Hello, my friends. I decided to continue with the theme that we started in the facilities this past week. You see, this past week we were discussing the Shabbos boxes, or like we like to call them, the Shabboxes. And we discussed all the different ideas that go along with singing Shalom Aleichem, making Kiddush, always having 2 rolls at a meal or 2 challahs at a meal. And I wanted to continue with that because I realize that the idea of Shabbos is so crucial to who we are and what we are. We need to get a clearer understanding. So if you ask anybody in the street, you'll ask them, what is Shabbos? And they'll tell you it's the day you're not allowed to do A, B, C, and D. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do the other thing. And that's a very negative way to look at something that is so central to the Jewish people. When in actuality, it's not a day that you can't. It's a day that you can. It's a day that you need to unplug from the physical world so you can plug into a world of spirituality and closeness to your Creator. A great rabbi named Rabbi Shimshon Pincus explains it this way. He said, having Shabbos is like having your grandparents, your illustrious, loved grandparents, come for a visit. When they come for a visit, before they come, what do? You're cleaning the house top to bottom. You're cooking all the nicest dishes and foods that you expect that they would enjoy. You're taking out your best clothes. You're washing your nicest shirt. You're dressing yourself up and your family up so you can greet a very special guest. And then the whole time that they're there, you're just spending time with them, enjoying your time together. That's Shabbos. On Shabbos, we have a guest. The guest is the Shechina HaKadosha, the divine presence of God that joins us every single week, actually takes part in our home, is with us at the table. So of course our meals are going to be fancy and fit for a king. But we're also not allowed to cook those meals on that day. Why not? Well, imagine if your grandfather, or let's say you were the grandfather, and you're coming to visit your children. And in the middle of the visit, your daughter gets up and goes into the kitchen and starts baking. And you're like, what's going on? Well, I remember, Dad, that there was a specific cake that you like, and I forgot to make it, so I'm making it now. And you get upset because I didn't come here to eat cake. I came here to spend time with you. Had you made the cake before I came, I would have been overjoyed and would have loved to eat the cake together with you. But if you're going to take my time, the limited time that I have to spend with you to make cake, guess what? I got the same cake at home and I can eat it there too. I don't need your cake. It's the same thing over here. We're not allowed to bake, we're not allowed to cook, we're not allowed to prepare things. All these things that are forbidden to do on Shabbos is not because it's a day of limits, because it's a day of extensions. We're unplugged from one thing so we can plug into another. We disregard the physical world. We disregard our business. We disregard going places. We disregard our cell phones. We disregard everything. Everything is set up and ready to go, and we do nothing but enjoy our time with our Father. That's Shabbos. It's funny. When my wife and I first moved to America, we lived in an apartment building And our next door neighbor was this 20-something-year-old kid who was a security guard at night, so he had his whole day off. And for one reason or another, he liked to hang out in my apartment. And one Friday afternoon, he's walking around, kid loved to talk, he's walking around asking me questions about everything I'm doing to get ready for Shabbos. And at one point, he saw me unplug the phone. Remember those days when we had phones to unplug? But he saw me unplugging the phone. He said, "Do you have to do that?" I said, "No. But since I'm not allowed to pick it up and answer the phone, I don't want to disturb my Shabbos by having to listen to it ringing. So I unplug it and I have to deal with it." And he had this look on his face, like he had the light bulb went off in his head. And he said, "Wow, that's awesome." I said, "What?" He said, "It's kind of like sums up your whole day. It's the day that you unplug." And at first, I thought that was such a great statement. And then years later, I realized he's only got half of it. We unplug from that world, the world of telephones, electricity, preparation, business, money, so we can plug in to another world, a world of studying Torah, a world of enjoying our family, a world of singing Shabbos songs, a world of enjoying our time with our Creator. And that is what Shabbos is all about. So, a very big part of Shabbos is singing about Shabbos, special Shabbos songs. So, one of the times in one of these videos I sang Shalom Aleichem, I'm going to try a Shabbos song. And being that this is a video and I'm not here in person, you can't throw anything at me anyway. This is one of my favorite English Shabbos songs. And here we go. One peaceful Friday night, the table decked in white, the gloom and darkness of Galus seemed lost in the candle's light. Entranced by the brilliant glare, the young boy pondered and stared. He dreamed of a world of Kedusha, where Shabbos is kept everywhere. With zmiros and learning and bright candles burning, my weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Koleinu. With zeal and desire each week we strive to keep this tradition alive. Because we're the Am Segula, an Am of Torah and Gedula. If only we'd all keep the Shabbos, we would surely bring the Geula. With zmiros and learning and bright candles burning, my weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Koleinu. With zeal and desire each week we strive to keep this tradition alive. As the candles dwindle in size, teardrops form in my eyes. A feeling of sadness surrounds me as the small flame flickers and dies. But a ray of hope still remains in this world filled with sorrow and pain. That each week light will shine through the darkness and Shabbos HaMalka will reign. With zmiros and learning and bright candles burning, my weekly nechama lifts up my neshama for Shabbos Hayom Lashem. We are so different from them. We raise up our voices, the whole world rejoices. Hashem Elokeinu Shema Koleinu. With zeal and desire each week we strive to keep this tradition alive. with zeal and desire, each week we strive to keep this tradition alive. I wish you all a wonderful, beautiful, and uplifting Shabbos.